guys, welcome back to my channel. Now in the last video, I showed you how the nursery is going to look like for the new baby, what are the prep we did. In today's video, I want to discuss some of the preparations that we are doing for our second baby. Now again, Kaushik and I are not experts. We are also navigating this entire phase of how it would be to manage a toddler and a baby. They would probably have an age gap of 2 years, 4 months. So it's something we are also learning, and we plan to go with the flow, because if there's one thing we realize with Nishka is that you can plan everything, but every baby is so different. Their habits, their nature, their personality is so different that you have to take it with a pinch of salt and go with the flow instead of trying to stick to your plan. And that's the approach we are taking this time around. Even with Nishka we did that, but with Nishka we were a bit more anxious because it was our first time. I think we're a little relaxed this time because we know what to expect. So the one thing a lot of you asked is what are the things we are buying when the second baby is here. So because both the babies are girls, a lot of the clothes can be reused. And in terms of the other things like car seat, crib, strollers, we have everything from Nishka's. Nishka was never a stroller baby, so we never really used a lot of the strollers, and we have like 3 strollers. She loved crawling and walking, and she just liked being free, so we have a lot of the strollers left, so that's sorted if the baby loves being in the stroller. The car seat is still warranted for 5 years, and it's good to use for 5 years. It's only been 2. So we will be using a car seat because Nishka has a new car seat now that she's using. So we still have that baby car seat. We use the Doona. We love the Doona. Huge fans of Doona. You know, it was just so comfortable for Nishka and easy to carry around. Nishka uses the Nuna now, so you know, we're going to keep the Doona for the baby. If we feel at any point we need to buy another one, we will. But we inspected the Doona and it's perfect for use right now. So that's our plan. Cribs, we have 2 cribs. We have 1 crib in the nursery and we have 1 crib in a bedroom. So we have that. We have a bassinet as well. We're not worrying about the sleeping part of it. The only things we are buying mostly is hygiene related stuff, which is the bottles, the nipples, all the cleaning products. We are getting breast pumps and the breast parts, everything new, because when it comes to hygiene, I'm a little icky picky. So I need everything new. I don't want to reuse anything. So I threw away all of Nishka's old stuff in that space, and I'm going to buy new things. Other than that, we have all the toys, the play mats, literally everything. Like, we have so many new swaddles and bibs that we haven't used from Nishka. They are literally packed. So I mean, Kaushik and I kind of knew that in the future we wanted a second baby. At least we wanted to try for it. If it didn't happen, we were totally okay with that. But we had kept everything in case things worked out and we could kind of use it. So that really helped. And we had organized it in boxes and labeled it, so we knew what box had what products, and a nanny kind of helped us organize all of these things, so it was very easy. So that is the part when it comes to buying. We haven't bought much. The only thing we bought in my last video you would have seen is the dresser. We customized the wardrobe and all the hygiene related products. Clothes, I run a clothing brand for babies, so my baby's gonna wear Monday chill mostly. Duh. But we also have a lot of Nishka's leftover clothes. The second question I get a lot is in terms of sleeping arrangement. How's the baby and Nishka going to sleep? How are you going to manage that? So the first 2 months we have a doula. So the baby is going to sleep in the crib for the first 6 months. That's a given. She's going to sleep in the nursery. The doula is going to be here in the night because I'll be having a C-section. So I need that recovery phase. I think with Nishka, even though we had a doula, I was still like stressing out a lot, and you know, I feel like I need to focus a little bit more on my recovery this time. So I'm up and running because I have a toddler as well this time. So I want to be, you know, very strategic with my recovery phase. And the baby is going to be sleeping in the crib in the nursery, and I'll be coming in and out to feed the baby, give skin to skin, and all of that's going to happen. The day if the doula doesn't come, or on certain days that we want to keep the baby with us, we'll try and see if we can have all of them in the same room, because Nishka is a very deep sleeper. Once she sleeps, she sleeps. So she likely will not wake up even if the baby cries. We've had fire alarms and everything, and Nishka doesn't wake up. I'm not too concerned in that space. Even if we have the baby in the crib in our room and Nishka sleeps with us on the bed, we are not too concerned. I think it should work out. And we also have the guest bedroom. So if need be, you know, one of us, Kaushik or me, can be with the baby in the guest bedroom, or Nishka and can be in the guest bedroom. So we have those options. And you know, again, I don't want to plan too much because every baby is so different. Their sleeping habits are so different. Their challenges, if they're colic or they have tummy aches and stuff like that, can be so different. We want to like take it with the flow and kind of see how it goes and then make a judgment call on that. But the plan is to have the baby in the nursery and Nishka in that room. A lot of people ask me is, what's my breastfeeding plan? So the one mistake I made with Nishka is that I was very stressed about breastfeeding. You know, the lactation consultants were very pressurizing about me nursing, and I realized that's probably not the best thing. I think to me, I'm a parent and everybody has their own rights to decide what is best for them and the baby. To me, fed is best, and that's the philosophy I go with. I had a C-section, so my milk came in late, and because there was so much pressure to produce milk, you know, I feel like Nishka wasn't eating enough, which I kind of realized a little late, and then we put her on formula, and then my milk came in, and then I pumped for 8 months. I gave her, you know, breast milk for 8 months, and she wasn't the best latcher as well. So a lot of variability was there, and I resorted to pumping for the first 8 months. With this baby, I'm gonna see how it is, what gives me comfort, what gives the baby comfort, and make a decision. But my plan is to see if I can nurse. If I cannot nurse or the milk doesn't come in, I'm totally okay to give formula. I have no qualms about it. And then I'm going to try and pump, because pumping is very familiar to me. So that's something I'm going to try at least for the first couple of months, and then we'll kind of see how it goes. I think society puts too much undue pressure on breastfeeding, nursing, and things like that. I tell all mamas, do what's comfortable to you. All babies thrive and they are all fine, and talk to your pediatrician if you have concern. My pediatrician was very comfortable with the way I have approached things in this process, and I think it's important that a mother makes a decision what's best for her and the baby rather than what society tells them to. I've seen a lot of mothers crumble under the pressure of trying to nurse and breastfeed. Please don't do that. Your mental health is very important, so speak to your doctor on that. The next question I get is a lot on the paternity and maternity leaves. Kaushik is taking some time off. Of course, he has a good amount of paternity leaves and he will see how he wants to take it. But I think for the first month or so, you know, we both are going to try and take time off to focus on the baby and home. I run the business, so it's kind of hard to completely take time off. But my co-founder is amazing, so we are managing and planning that in ahead on what we can do when I take that time off. But our focus is going to be completely on the baby and Nishka the first month, to ensure the baby gets all the attention, love and care, and Nishka in that process doesn't get ignored. So that's something we are planning as well, to ensure that Nishka also gets undue care and attention, right? Because I don't want her to feel ignored in the process, and so that she can bond with the baby in a better way. Last question is how we're going to manage 2 kids. And I kind of touched that upon a little bit in my previous question of like, we need to make sure Nishka gets equal attention and love. And I think Kaushik and I are gonna plan to play tag team in that, you know, and we're gonna make sure that Nishka doesn't feel that she's ignored in that process. We have a lot of support. We have my parents, we have a nanny, we have a doula. Nishka does go to school during the day, so she has that social environment. So there are a couple of things. We've got a couple of tips from parents, like, you know, gift your toddler something when the baby's born, let her hold the baby and feel that bonding and connection. So those are some of the tips that we are planning to implement, but a lot of the focus is going to be trying to play tag team and ensuring Nishka is not ignored. It's something we are very aware and conscious of. Of course, things are going to get crazy and hectic, and you know, we're also learning in the process, but hopefully we learn our lessons and navigate through this process. But we are excited. Nishka seems excited. I don't know if she fully understands the concept of what's gonna hit her, but she keeps saying baby sister's coming, I'm gonna play with her, and she kisses my tummy. So that's really, really cute. So, you know, I look forward to seeing how that bond is. And I grew up as 2 sisters, and I have an amazing relationship with my sister, and I hope to see that with Nishka and her baby sister as well. So these are some of the top questions on what we are doing to prep for the baby. I will try and make a few more videos in detail about some of these topics, but I hope this was useful. I didn't want to make it too long, but just touch on the necessary questions that I get a lot on Instagram. So I hope it was useful, and I will see you next time. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. Till then, lots of love.